So welcome back to another mini chat where I have just some therapist to therapist, little chit chats, real life talk about what it really means to work in EI. And, we just have some conversations about the real behind the scenes of being a therapist in this setting. And so today, what I wanted to talk to you about was how do you go about finding balance when you're constantly giving to others? You work in early intervention, then you know that you are constantly giving, right? You're constantly giving to children and families and service coordinators and other therapists, and you're constantly giving your time and your energy and your brain, like literally you're giving all of you. And so sometimes that can be very hard to find balance because you poured so much of you that you really don't have much left of you. So why is it so hard for us as early intervention therapists to find balance? Well, number one, we are natural nurturers. We are natural helpers, okay? We want to help everybody all the time. Not even just our clients, but even our own family members or even our friends or even people that we're closely connected with. Like we always want to help. And sometimes, it's not a bad thing, but sometimes that can be too much for us because if we're constantly giving and giving and giving, that can help to lead to a decrease in balance for our own personal lives. It's also hard for us to find balance as EI therapists because we naturally feel guilty when we say no, or we naturally feel guilty for just taking time out for ourselves. And trust me, this is something I still struggle with today, right? I am such a yes person, like, yes, I want to help. Yes, I can help you do this. That when I feel the urge to say no, I start having second thoughts and like, oh my gosh, you're so selfish, or you're so mean, or you're so rude. And it's like, well, no, I usually say yes all the time, but sometimes I have to say no for me so that I don't go crazy myself. Okay. So if you're feeling guilty about saying no sometimes, or you're just feeling guilty for just having some you time, then we need to change our mindset around that because it's super healthy for us to have time for ourselves where we're not always pouring into someone else. Also, it may be hard for you to find balance if you feel like resting is also equivalent to like laziness or selfishness, okay? That is not the case at all. Everybody needs to rest. Everybody rests. And it seems like everybody else around us, they rest when they want to rest, right? They take time for themselves when they want to. They say no when they want to. But then when it's our turn, right? Then we are looked at, or we feel like we're looked at as the bad person. And maybe in some people's eyes, they are like shocked, like, what? You said no? Because we always say yes, and that can be a problem. And so if you feel guilty about resting, then that is a mindset that we have to shift because resting is healthy for us as well. So what are some signs that you may be out of balance? Well, number one, you may be irritable. You may be very forgetful or even drained. Also, you may have lost excitement about the work that you do. I know that I've been there before where once upon a time where I was super passionate about like showing up, like sometimes I would get to the point where I'm just like, I don't really care. Even though I did care, but it's just like, I just didn't have anything left in me to give anymore. And that was a sign that I was out of balance myself. Also, another sign that you may not be in balance is that you can't even remember the last time you did something for yourself, okay? That is not good because every single day you should be doing something for yourself. And by every single day, I'm not saying you have to go to a spa or get a mani-pedi every single day. Like, no, the smallest things, okay? My favorite cup and my favorite tea, having some tea in my cup. That's something I'm doing for me, okay? Reading a favorite book, watching a favorite show. I even love those like adult coloring books, okay? I really love that. Lighting a favorite candle, taking a shower with your favorite scent, like writing in your journal, calling a friend and laughing, watching a funny show or a favorite movie. Like there's so many things that you could do on a daily basis that is going to help you have a little bit more balance in your life. So let's talk about some other ways that you can find some balance in your daily life. Number one, you need to start your day for you, okay? No responding to emails first thing in the morning, no checking all your text messages that you didn't get to last night, no documentation first thing in the morning, no social media first thing in the morning, no news station first thing in the morning. Like, it needs to be about you. So what do you have to do, or what do you enjoy doing in the morning that really helps you have a good start to your day? For me, I like to start my day in prayer. I like to start my day reading my Bible, doing like a devotional with my friends. I like to start my day with working out. I like to start my day with eating breakfast. And this is all before I am like responding to anything or anybody on the outside world. Okay, if you try to text me or call me before a certain time in the morning, you probably won't get a response unless it's like for sure an emergency, okay? Because I have to have that hour or two first thing in the morning to myself before I start pouring into other people all over again. So you need to be very strict on that for yourself as well. Also, another thing that you could do is on a daily basis, reflect on gratitude. What are you grateful for that day? I know every day, right, is not the same. Some days we have good days, some days we have bad days, but even in those bad days, there's something good that came out of that day. So one thing that I do is I write in my gratitude journal, right? I was doing so much better at it before. If I'm being completely honest, I was writing 3 things every single night about things that I'm grateful for. Lately, life has been a little chaotic, so I've still been writing, but sometimes it's not every single night. Sometimes it's every other night, okay? So whatever you can do, fit in some time to reflect on what went well that day, or even what went well that week, and write it down, right? Because if you're ever having a bad day, you can open up your journal and reflect on all the good things that have been happening in your life. And the third way that you can increase your balance is to protect small pockets of recovery for yourself, okay? So that means at a certain time of day, you are stop replying to emails, okay? At a certain time of day, you are stopping your documentation. At a certain time of day, you are turning on the things that matter most to you, which is your family, your own children, you're working out, right? Ways to take care of yourself in the evenings and at night before bed, okay? So you want to start increasing ways that you can rebalance your life. You don't want all work, and this much time to really take care of yourself, okay? Obviously, I'm not saying that everything is going to be an even balance, right? Because there's some weeks and some days where your professional life is going to outweigh your personal, and there's going to be some weeks where your personal outweighs your professional, but you want to kind of get that on the even scale as much as possible so that you are not teetering one way or the other too much, okay? So I hope this was a good little chat and a good reminder for you that balance is necessary when you're working in early intervention. Remember, balance is not about trying to do everything. It's not about doing it all. It's about doing what truly matters and also giving yourself permission to rest. So let's continue the conversation in the chat below. Have you been having balance in your life as an EI therapist? Are you like worried about not having enough balance in your life? Or what tools have you found, or what have you done to help yourself have a little bit more balance in life? I know for me, my planner that I came out with in 2025 was a lifesaver in the year 2025 because it really helped me to organize my thoughts, and it really helped me to take a glance at my week and say like, oh my gosh, all I have is work scheduled. I need some personal self-care things scheduled for this week. And so I can't wait to release the 2026 version where you can really dive in and write out your self-care for the week and your gratitude and even your other personal and professional things that you have to do so you can have much more balance and much more organization in your life. So if you're interested in getting like a sneak peek of the 2026 early intervention planner when it is available, I'm gonna leave the link below to join the waitlist. So thank you guys for tuning in to this chat, and share it with another EI therapist who could use it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.